Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Aquarius. All Aquarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Aquarius in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Aquarius, please. What does Aquarius need to know? All right, so today we're going to do a little bibliomancy before we get into your cards. I'm going to take one card from the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I'm going to use this book. It's called The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. As you can see, this giant symbol for the sun on the front. This is my favorite book right now to use for bibliomancy. We're going to use this card, whatever it is, to cut the book. Okay, we're going to open up to this page, and it's the Father of Swords. So this is the King of Swords, and it says, feel free to experiment. The goal is to commit to a structure that can take on a life of its own instead of creating only when the mood strikes. Or to start each day with the question of how and when you're going to work on your art. Put the decision-making into work, not into when to work. Yeah, put the decision-making into the work, not into when to work. The more you reduce your daily life maintenance tasks, the greater the bandwidth available for creative decisions. Albert Einstein wore the same thing daily. He wore the same clothes every day. He wore a gray suit. Eric Satie had 7 identical outfits, one for each day of the week. Limit your practical choices to free your creative imagination. So this is the message. The Father of Swords is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intelligent. He's educated. He's wise. He's serious and goal-oriented. He's very focused. He's got intense powers of perception and concentration. So he's a good decider. He's good at making important decisions. He's good at perceiving things clearly and logically and putting those decisions into action. And so here it's putting the decision-making into the work, not into when to work, and limiting your practical choices to free up your creative imagination. Find the sustainable rituals that support your work, that best support your work. If you set a routine that is oppressive, you'll likely find excuses not to show up. It's in the interest of your art or whatever you're working on to create an easily achievable schedule to start with. That's what he has to say. It's about setting a schedule, an easily achievable schedule, not something that you feel is oppressive to you, but something that supports your work and sustainable for you. So you can show up. It's important for you to show up. If you're writing a book, you need to set aside some time every day, or as much time as you need, or whatever works for you. For me, it's like when I'm writing something, I need a goal. I need 1,000 words a day. Okay, that's achievable for me. That is not oppressive. It's not 5,000 words, which may feel like it'll start to wear me down, but 1,000 words I can do. And I can do it at the end of the day. I can set aside a time at the end of the day to write 1,000 words. That's an achievable goal. And yeah, okay, so simplifying certain things in your life, for instance, the clothing that you wear. Me, I personally, my example for that would be I wear a lot of black. Like I wear black every day. I really do. And that actually has simplified a lot. It's like minimalism as a way to maximize your creative output. It actually works. And now we have the King of Pentacles with the Fool. So this is all about a new routine, a new business, a new daily routine. These came out together, so I'm going to keep them together like that. New business, new routine, new schedule, new lifestyle, new property ownership, taking a leap towards creating sustainable routine. I really like that creative act. I suggest you buy that book. Rick Rubin, he's a music producer. All right, so this is especially relevant for artists and musicians and creative types and like writers and stuff, but you can apply it to anything. Especially though if you own your own business. working from home or you want to start your own business. This is like the Fool, the King of Pentacles. You're starting your own business. You're beginning this creative work. Okay, what else? Ooh, the World. This is like the culmination. This is like manifestation. This is like the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. That's fascinating. Okay, so we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini with the Father of Swords here. And then we've got Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. So yeah, fixed signs, fixed earth, fixed air energy. You could have this in your chart or in your life. This could be somebody that you're working with. I just got deja vu. What time is it? 5:45. I saw 5:44, 5:45. I am having such deja vu right now. This is really intense. So you are manifesting something that's kind of a big deal. You're going to bring this project to completion. You're going to do this. You're completing a really important project. Like, you may be a writer. You've always wanted to write a book. Let's just say, for example, hypothetically speaking, you know, as a case study, take it literally or figuratively. It's up to you. It's a general reading for Aquarius. If you'd like personal details, we can get into a personal reading. You can email me for that. I have 3 options. But let's just say you've always wanted to write a book. And you've always, you know, scribbled your ideas in notebooks. You've always been writing, but you never really finished anything. And now you're getting really serious and structured, and you're approaching this in a way that gives you a sustainable routine so that you're chipping away at it every day, putting in a little work, putting in some effort, putting in that energy and making it happen. You've got a vision, you're making it happen, and you do it. You actually do it. You complete the project, you complete the task, you complete your book, you write your book. And it doesn't even take as long as you think, but you just have to go for it. You have to do it. You have to step in, do the work, be diligent, be grounded, down to earth, reliable, routine, you know, focus on it and do the work, and you actually do it. You actually finish it. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then you get published and you're like, wow, I'm a published author. But first things first is you take those steps and you do the work. Ace of Swords. This is the truth. You're making your vision come to life. You're making it happen. This is brilliant. This is a brilliant, amazing, genius new idea. You might want to keep some of this to yourself. Like kind of, okay, I just saw the Page of Swords and the Hermit here and the Emperor. So it's basically like you are starting this new idea. It's amazing. It's brilliant. You're a genius. Aquarius, you're so, whoever I'm talking to, if this is resonating for you, you are so smart. You are so good. I want to like gas you up a little bit. If ever you had any doubts, like your vision, your concentration, your victory here, you are so, this is really good. This is the truth, clarity, concentration. This is insight, like a moment of a flash of insight. This is epiphany. This is genius. Brilliant new idea. The way that you're looking at this, the new perception or the new idea, or what am I trying to say? Whatever, I lost it. Okay, so you want to keep this to yourself, especially if you're just starting out. Don't tell anybody. Just do it. Don't talk to anybody about this. Don't tell people you are a writer. Seriously, keep it to yourself. Your power, there's a power in silence, okay? To keep silent is an important part of your magical power here. To keep silent. And if you know, you know. This is wise. This is powerful. Just, I'm serious. Don't tell anybody. Don't talk about it with anybody. I mean, unless they are directly related to bringing this project into fruition, you know, talk to your publisher, talk to your editor, you know, just to keep up with the writing example. But it could apply to anything. You can talk to your manager. You can talk to your boss. You can talk to, I don't want you to talk. I feel like the cards don't want you to tell anybody your new idea. It's not about them stealing your ideas or anything. I don't see somebody stealing your ideas. I don't see somebody doing it better than you. Even if they took the same idea and tried to write the same book, you're going to write a better book than they are. You have the talent. You have the skills. You have the clarity. You have an idea. You have a brilliant, genius new idea. And it's awesome. You're going to make it happen. It's totally going to work. Just do the work, put in the hours, put in the effort, make it happen. Set up a sustainable routine for yourself where that you know, it's manageable. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew. You can chew your way through it. You get it done. It's awesome. You're amazing. There's a caution here. Somebody is very curious about what you're up to. You know, that's great. You want some curiosity. Look at this. Keep it to yourself, the Moon card. Things are changing. It's happening behind the scenes. I feel like, okay, all right, let me say what I'm thinking. Hear me out. There's somebody who really cares about you. It might be a mother figure, maybe a Pisces or a Virgo, maybe an Aries. And they just want to know what you're up to. And that's great. That's cool. You know, we love a good, nurturing, supportive influence. But they don't really have anything to add to your project. Talking to them about the project is not going to add anything to your work. It's not going to give you any good feedback. They're not going to be able to give you constructive feedback. They're not going to be able to give you constructive critique. They don't understand what you're doing. And it's kind of a waste of time. Now, I'm not saying that this person has bad intentions or anything. They mean well. They really do. You know what I'm really getting? It's like your mom, you know, and she's a good lady. She's a really nice lady. But she doesn't really understand what you're doing. She doesn't get it. And she's going to be so proud of you. She's proud of you. She loves you with all of her heart and soul. She loves you to death. You know what I mean? I'm really picking up on this energy of like mom, grandma, maybe dad or granddad or mother figure. It's more of a maternal energy. So it could be like a man who's got a maternal instinct or something. But it's like, I'm really getting like your mom or some kind of feminine instinct, female friend or a guy friend that has like feminine traits or something. You know what I mean? There's something like that going on. And they love you. They mean well, but they're not the person to talk to about this. Let's just say they're not going to be able to help you with this. They're not going to be giving you good advice. They're not going to understand. So you want to kind of limit your exposure to other people's energy that's just going to somehow unintentionally drain your creative power. Somehow or another, this is actually, it's like pouring into a cup that cannot pour back. You want to put that energy towards your work. Don't put that energy towards talking about your work. Put that energy towards actually doing the work. I just feel like it'll drain you. It'll take away from the project. You want to put that energy into the project. You don't want to put that energy into talking about the project, okay? Very important distinction. Unless you feel like this conversation is necessary. I mean, you do what you're going to do, but I think you'll find out very quickly if this is resonating with you. You will know what I'm talking about. We may love our partner, our mother, our father, our parent, our whatever, whoever this is. You love them. Oh yeah, you know, I've got things I'm working on. But it's like, I'm getting somebody who really means well, but they're not an intellectual type of person. They're a feelings type. And you may find that they are good at many things, but this is not something that they can help you with, okay? It's like if you tell them you're writing a book, it's going to be cringe. They're going to want to know, okay, I'm getting something really specific here. It's like, okay, this actually applies to me in my personal life. I don't even have Aquarius in my chart, but I have a lot of Taurus in my chart. Well, I have one extremely important Taurus placement in my chart. Whatever. I just want to share this personal anecdote because it'll help illustrate the point that I'm trying to make. So somebody in my family, my extended family, found out that I like to write. I've been writing for forever. I've never published anything, and that's frustrating for me, but it's a long story. It is what it is, but I love to write. I've always been writing in my notebooks, and I feel like I shouldn't even be talking about myself. Like, I should be following my own example here and not talk about my own writing. like, I'm feeling like this is coming from some very relatable place for me personally. But let me just say, somehow this family member found out I like to write, okay, whatever. And I know they mean well, but like now they ask me about my writing. And it's like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm even feeling right now, I'm feeling like extremely like stressed. I'm starting to feel like I shouldn't talk about it. So I'm going to not talk about, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about you, Aquarius. I'm talking about you, and I'm trying to illustrate with a personal anecdote that can maybe show you what I mean. Because if this person knows that you're trying to put something together, they're going to ask you about it. Oh, how's the book coming? And it's like, I shouldn't have said anything. You know, you really need to keep that energy to yourself, because you can't, because this person doesn't have anything to add to it. They're just trying to be interested and show that they're interested in you because they love you. You know? So limit the exposure of your project. You don't want to be sharing this with too many people, because it's going to turn into a weird thing, because it's going to take time. It takes time and it takes effort, and you don't really have enough to, I mean, I have a lot of full notebooks to show for my work, right? But I don't have it published yet. I don't have a publisher. And it's like, until you have a publisher, don't talk about your book, okay? Long story short, don't talk about your book until it's published, or until you are working with an editor or whatever, because otherwise it's cringe. Have you ever seen, it's embarrassing. It really is. It feels bad. And then it sucks away your energy, and it's not a good look. Like, it's embarrassing. It is. Have you ever seen that movie? Oh, what was it called? It was Nicolas Cage. He did a movie. I don't remember what it was called. It's in the movie, he keeps showing up in people's dreams. You ever seen it? And there's a scene in that where he's like 50 years old, and he's always wanted to write a book, and he's talking about the book that his book idea, but he's never actually sat down to do the work. And he's talking to a publisher before he even does the work. And it's like, he meets up with his old college girlfriend, and they're talking about this idea that he had 30 years ago that he still has not done the work. He never really did it. And he's like trying to look cool, like he's got something going on, because he feels like a loser. And he ends up embarrassing himself. It's actually really, it's unfortunate, because she's like, so you're still writing? And he's like, yeah, I'm actually writing a book. And she's like, who's your publisher? And he's like, well, I don't actually have one. And she's like, oh, well, I mean, how far? And it just turns really, really awkward. And he realizes, like, and he starts to feel sort of shamefaced about this, and he's like, oh, because it's kind of like that. I'm getting that for you today. So, oh my God, how long have I been talking about this? 18:16 on the clock, 9 plus 7, 16, 7. So, okay. You're having a breakthrough, and this is going to propel you forward with determination towards victory. Keep it to yourself for now. It's too soon to be talking about your plan, whatever it is. You want to make sure you have something to show for it before you let anybody else know what you're working on. Keep some of this behind the scenes, because that's where the real magic happens. Okay? Let's get some oracles. I'm going to get you an enigma. Okay, one enigma card for, yeah, it's like, okay, it's like, maybe you're pregnant, right? Take it as it resonates. It's not going to be for everybody. It's just another example. Say you're pregnant. You just found out you're like 5 weeks pregnant, right? 8 weeks, whatever. You're still in your first trimester. Don't tell anybody you're pregnant until you're like showing, until it's obvious. Until, it's up to you, but there's this wisdom in keeping it to yourself, because you don't know, you want to make sure that it's going to be viable. You want to make sure you're not going to lose the pregnancy, and if you have, you know, 25% of pregnancies end in miscarriage, okay? That's a hard fact, but it's true. So if you go and announce to everybody in the whole world on Facebook, to your mother-in-law, you know, and tell everybody and get everybody excited about your pregnancy, and then 1 in 4 happens to be a miscarriage. It's something that we go through. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if that happened to you. I'm not trying to be unsympathetic. I'm trying to like make a point here, right? So it's like, I'm sorry. Did that come off as harsh? Anyway, you get the point I'm trying to make. If it doesn't work out, if you don't have a baby, you're going to have to end up explaining to everybody. And then you're going to have to backtrack. And then it's like, is that something you're going to want to do? Do you want to expose yourself to that level of scrutiny, of that level? And it could be very awkward. So we've got divination here, and we got the wing. Yes, the goal. The wing, it represents the goal, and the obelisk represents a place of power or an increase of power, like an increase of battery life. Okay, I've got 12, 21, 1, 2, 2, 1, and then I've got 7 again. So we had 7 before. So divination is seeking answers and finding the truth as it relates to this goal that you're working on. All right, let's just keep it moving. Number 7, so there's a power source here. You are in touch with a source of power within yourself. You want to keep that to yourself. Keep this good fortune to yourself. Keep this increase to yourself. Keep this powerful inspiration, this psychic thing to something to yourself, okay? For now. I don't know why I have to keep harping on that. I'll stop. I'm going to move on. So, divination, a sixth sense, special gifts, the future, an outsider. You may be the outsider. This is powerful. You have a special gift here, and you're bringing it to life. You're putting it into practice. And then the 21 is the wing, which represents your goals. Your ability to propel something forward towards completion, escape, rising above the circumstances. This is your goal. So you're propelling something forward. It's brilliant. It's amazing. It's so good. It's new. It's a new idea. It's a new perception, a new way of seeing things, a new way of thinking about things. It's really, really good. But I think there's still a question of how exactly it's going to work out, when it's going to work out, when exactly it's going to come to completion. I don't see this as something that's already happened. Strength card, the 2 of Swords. Yes, it's keeping it to yourself, ignoring outside influences in order to come to your own conclusions for your own peace of mind. You want to hold back. You want to make sure you're holding back some of your ideas. High Priestess, moving in silence. You already know. You have a sixth sense about this. You have a psychic intuition. You're very clear about this. Hold your vision. Hold on to it. There's psychic intuition here. Something is really deep. Moving in silence, controlling your emotions, emotional self-mastery. Oh, the Strength card, Leo, is also like ruled by the sun. It's very creative life force energy, and you're directing it towards manifesting this goal, propelling this forward to completion. Okay. Yeah, something you're doing on your own, taking action, making it happen. I don't think other people are going to really understand. They're not going to see your vision the way that you do until you actually complete it. Which is why you don't want to be sharing it with just anybody. Again, because they're not going to understand. Full moon. This is an increase of power. This is abundance. Yes, it's like you're manifesting this. I'm getting this idea of a battery. Did you see that full moon, by the way? It had that same, whatever, I lost it. It had the same symbol as the sun, but it's like ultimate power, giver of life, radiance. But what am I looking for? I'm looking for the full moon. Ultimate power, amplification, manifestation, completion, dreams, and transformation. I feel like it's the amplification. I'm tasting like a battery. This is weird. Did you ever put your tongue on a battery? Or like, I'm getting the taste of metal. like, I don't understand, like sucking on a piece of metal. You put like metal in your mouth, like a piece of, like your pen is made of metal, something in your, that's weird. Something in your mouth made of metal. Anyway, okay, so this is what I've got for you today. Follow that inspiration, that intuition that's coming towards you. You will not be disappointed in that, but definitely keeping it to yourself, like we said, is a source of power for you. Yeah, there's a lot of competition here. So keep your vision to yourself. Oh, like that Stevie Nicks, I keep my visions to myself. I love that song, Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. You could listen to that song. There could be a message in that to you. But that's what I've got for you today. This is amazing. You are bringing this project to completion. Yeah, for sure. Very successful. Exalted, successful. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. You're going to make money off of this. You're going to get recognition for your, and rewards for your merit. But you got to put in the work. So you know what this is. You've got a vision. Make it happen, okay? 26, 28. And, okay, fine. We'll get one Wild Unknown archetype to close out the reading. Closing message. Actually, let's see. Well, I actually want to get something else. So we do have the Flame. This is giving 7 of Wands, the Flame. It's the fire within. I don't know this deck by heart yet, so we will read from the book. This will confirm, clarify, and reiterate anything to close out the message. So anything that we may have touched upon that needs to be restated or reiterated, anything that we didn't say that needs to be said. Closing message number 41, the Flame. Closing message for my Aquarius, please. Oh, 51. Sorry, I can read. I know Roman numerals. We've got the fire, the spark, the glimmer. This is health, mental clarity, and good digestion. And when it's dark, it's excess heat, anger, and complete darkness. The Light You Give Off by Rumi. You might want to look into The Light You Give Off by Rumi. I'm just going to go through this quick. This is the beginning of all transformation and manifestation. Honoring the flame. Practice a candle gazing technique. Bringing magic into the room and creating a sense of reverence. Yeah, candle magic. Okay, so this is, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. Reigniting your fire. Okay. The poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. So you want to cup your hands gently around this, the things that you've forgotten, and protect the flame no matter how harshly the winds blow around you. Protect your flame. The inner light, the inner fire, the flame inside the hermit's lantern. I just feel like it's reiterating that clear vision. For whatever reason, I didn't want to read from that. That's different. I was hesitating to read from it for some reason. So I think we just highlighted the flame, like finding that spark within. That's what you've got here. I'm seeing that flame, that candle, as inside the hermit's lantern. And protecting it, keeping it safe so that nothing can blow it out. So that it's not exposed to every wind that comes through. It's clarity of your vision. And also you may want to do some candle gazing magic, or light a candle to bring that magic energy into the room. The energy of reverence and respect for your own inner fire. If you can't see the sacred in what you're doing, maybe your own inner flame has gone out. You want to protect it. You don't want to overwhelm it with you know, oppressive routines. You want to nurture the flame. The fire wants to dance and climb. It needs oxygen. It needs a structure to hold onto, to climb high and to grow. Jupiter, yes, grow and expand. And then Pluto, transform. Ooh, growth, expansion, and transformation here. Excellent. So more Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune, growing, expanding, and transforming with Pluto. You may want to look at, where is Pluto in your chart? Where is it in the sky right now? How is it affecting you? Jupiter in your chart may be very important. You could have Jupiter in Aries or something. So let me read from the book. Optimism, philosophy, faith, expansion, and luck. So stepping outside of your comfort zone in small ways every day, remaining curious and seeking, allowing your perspective to shift with all that you discover. It's very Page of Swords. Remember, expansion is not only something to seek, but something to invite. Broaden your perspective and grow beyond your current reality. Open your mind to explore new things, especially personal philosophy and sense of faith. Mercury rules the analytical mind. Jupiter rules the higher mind of principles and philosophy, inspiring your search for meaning and sense of faith. Illuminates what you believe in and what you seek to share. Exploration, travel, higher education, and growth. The good luck planet, because everything it touches receives a little extra grace. It's getting a little extra grace here. Your fire is growing. The fire inside is growing and your life is transforming. You are going through this metamorphosis. Pluto is also associated with Scorpio, the death card, that transformation. So this is a life-changing thing for you. Okay, keep that vision clear. You've got it. You can do this. There's telepathy here. You may have an important visitor come to talk to you. There's something underneath the surface. There's an omen, okay? It may be an animal. I don't think it's necessarily a human that's going to visit you. It may be a raven, a crow, or some kind of bird animal that is, it's going to confirm and clarify for some reason for you. Perhaps an owl could be of significance. That's what I've got for you today, Aquarius. I'm going to leave it at there. I'm going to leave it at that. So that's what I've got for you today, Aquarius. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.